Awesome. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Not So Trad Wife. Today, I am interviewing Sparkie and girl Becky. Super excited. We're going to be talking about Wisconsin Leather Pride, which is coming up here in the fall. So, we're going to hear all about it. If you two want to give us a little introduction, now's your time.
All right. I am Girl Becky. I am the current Wisconsin Leather Pride bootblack for 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. I will be stepping down at Wisconsin Leather Pride come October. I have been in the lifestyle for about close to 20 years, and I'm looking forward to talking about WLP.
And I am Daddy Sparkie. I am the Wisconsin Leather Pride Person of Leather 2020 to 2023. And again, I also am looking forward to talking about Wisconsin Leather Pride.
Cool. Well, let's jump right into it with what is Wisconsin Leather Pride?
Beck, I'll let you take this one.
Wisconsin Leather Pride is a state leather title contest weekend. It's our weekend where Friday night we do our meet and greet. Saturday we have some classes that happen, and Saturday night is the contest. We run a boatload of different contests. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the number, but we run quite a few contests. New this year, though, we will be doing a Mr. Ms. MX title that whoever wins will choose their prefix. And we will be running a little and big title this year. Those are the new ones. So we're pretty excited about that.
That is super exciting. What made you want to add the new titles to your contest?
Well, we had the Miss title already, and we wanted to make it a more gender neutral, open to anybody title. We kicked around the idea of having separate titles, but that didn't seem feasible, and also it pigeonholes people into one spot. This way, whoever wins can pick what they the way they identify and how they would like to be called during their title year. And also the little and big. I am a little, and there will be an international little and big competition coming up next year. So if we run those contests, we will have someplace for our contestants to go in a feeder contest. So we jumped on board right away as soon as we heard that, and became a feeder contest for that.
I was like, wow, I kind of want to go to that contest instead of mine. That sounds amazing.
Yes.
So we do get a lot of people that ask us why we're running that and Person of Leather. And the big answer to that is that Mr. Miss MX have a whole separate feeders. So they get to choose. And then Personal Leather literally goes to Midwest Personal Leather, which this year will be the first year in November in Kansas City. And then whoever wins that goes on to International in Dallas. So
Yes,
really important. Such as yourself.
Maybe.
So.
That is so cool. So how long have the two of you been involved with Wisconsin Leather Pride? Obviously, you've been here for at least 4 years.
So it's a funny story. Wisconsin Leather Pride started in 2019. Nate and Sion are the owners of the contest. And Becky and I are now the producers of the contest.
Congratulations.
So all of the title holders stuff goes on with Nate and Sion, and the responsibilities and all that, and the financial aspects. Becky and I help make sure the weekend actually happens. So that's a little less on us as still being the current title holders and producing the event. That way we don't have as much going on.
That's a lot. How do you cope with doing both of those duties? Because they both take a lot of energy.
Beck?
Well, we kind of have gotten the title holder duties have kind of become second nature to us in the last 4 years. So that's kind of just becoming sort of a part of our daily routine at this point. And the contest, both Sparkie and I have run multiple other events in the past. So we kind of came in knowing what needs to be done, and how to make a weekend happen. So that has been really, really helpful, that we both have that experience behind us. Of course, Sparkie and I founded Boot Black Roundup, and he is still one of the producers of that content, of that event. So we're coping, but also looking forward to having half as much to do.
I feel that. I feel that. Okay. Let's see. What makes Wisconsin Leather Pride different from other conventions? I am already coming, but convince the rest of the world that they need to be here.
Sparky, I'll go ahead and let you do that one.
All right. So I have
talked too
one
much.
big word. I don't consider us a convention. I consider us a family weekend.
Okay.
So like you're gonna see people from all over Wisconsin, but you're gonna see people from all over the United States, sometimes the world, you never know. So Wisconsin Leather Pride really, and this is why I joined Wisconsin Leather Pride. Nate and Cyan did a very good job on being very inclusive, and like our titles, anybody can run for our titles. Anybody. There's talk of one of our contestants being a drag queen. So we
That's
don't
awesome.
we don't care on that part. As long as you're a good person, we
You're here.
want you. Does that help?
Yeah.
Beck, do you have anything to put into that?
No, I think it's kind of nice. We have sort of it's a little bit lower key event. We have, because our inaugural year was 2019, and then our next event was in 2022. So we really are only on our third event. So we haven't gotten to be a giant event yet. It's kind of nice. It's a little bit lower key than some of the other real big events. And it kind of just feels, for me at least, it kind of feels like coming home. Because it's the people from our community, and even the people that we don't know well or don't know at all. The fact that it's that was like we talk about Wisconsin nice around here. That it's just everybody is nice and everybody is looking forward to seeing whoever is there, and is super welcoming, and it's really kind of a nice atmosphere.
I love that. So that kind of answers our next question. When did Wisconsin Leather Pride begin? You kind of covered that. So I'm going to move along
Yes.
to
All right.
I can give you a little more background if you would like.
Oh, background is great. Let's
So Wisconsin Leather Pride, the reason why it's Wisconsin Leather Pride is back to when there was Great Lakes Leather Alliance. That was a part of that whole feeder. And that was the whole original aspect. But the owners have decided since then to just keep the Leather Pride part of it, because it's all about leather pride. So.
Sorry, I woke up too early these days. So yeah, what education do you offer?
Becky. She
All right.
is the educational director.
Yes.
Are y'all okay? You do so much.
We take on a lot. And actually, I have said that after I step down, I'm taking a year off. The next event after that I'm going to is the next Wisconsin Leather Pride.
Yep.
But we offer 3 classes on Saturday afternoon. They're roughly an hour each. We have a wide variety of classes that we have offered in the past and that we will be offering. We're still nailing down a few, so I don't want to put it out there and then it changes, disappoint people. But we have some classes I'm really excited about. And some sponsors that I'm really excited about.
Our sponsors are amazing this year.
So we will have, and we'll have 3 classes in the afternoon after the contestants have finished their interviews, and before the dinner break, before the contest.
So do I have time to attend classes?
That's actually not true, Beck.
As long as the interviews run on time.
Oh, that's not gonna happen. All
I shouldn't say that it's
interviews are on
after the
No.
contestants have
time.
attended interviews. Yes.
Yeah.
If the interviews run on time, then it's after the contestants have finished their interviews.
So, not to break a surprise, you've already said this a couple times. FYI, Charlie is a judge. Ding, ding, ding.
It
You've
is
already
true.
said it, basically, so I'm just gonna. This is
I do
live.
love
so-
judging people. It's not true. I'm actually very nervous, but
Don't be.
unfortunately I have this thing called slave anxiety
Oh,
where I worry about everything a little
okay.
bit too much. But that's okay. I'm working on it. Our next question is, do you all have play parties, dungeon parties?
We actually do not.
Interesting. We've
Um,
been thinking about doing that out here too.
that's a lot. And that takes away from everything else. Now, what you do in the rooms, that's your decision. But no, we do not. That's a lot.
It is a lot to take on, especially
It
with how
is.
much y'all are already doing.
Correct.
Yeah. And we definitely have a lack of kink spaces in the state of Wisconsin.
Mhm. We lost
They
one.
open and then they close very quickly.
Yeah,
So
all-
trying to find a space to do a play party is also really difficult at this point. If we ever got a space that was a permanent space that could accommodate us, we might consider adding one, but not at this point when we'd have to try and find a spot.
Well, and like you said, that does bring the focus back to like just spending time with your community with your clothes on, which like we can do that, you guys. It's a thing. I know sometimes people forget, but I do own clothing. I just lose it. Like that's the issue. Is I'll like show up. That's one thing. Side note that I've learned about running a dungeon. People will leave entire outfits here. I'm like, how did you walk in clothes and then leave them here, but you're not here anymore? Like,
Right, like how did you yeah, something doesn't make sense on when that happens.
and then
Yes.
we'll be like, hey, we have these items and no one will come claim them. And I'm like, why are there mystery items in my house? I don't know. So you guys have kind of touched on this a little bit, but who is Wisconsin Leather Pride for? Which I think we might know the answer, but say it again.
Beck?
Wisconsin Leather Pride is for everybody. It's for anybody who is leather or interested in leather or wants to know more about leather. It is an event that we are really excited about making sure that it is open and welcoming to everybody. So Wisconsin Leather Pride is for anybody who wants to attend.
We're big on education. That's the biggest thing. That's one of the things that we pride ourselves that we're all of us title holders for this year and last year were all about the educational aspect. So teaching, going out into our community, touching on like we go to pride events. We have tents at pride events. We have leather tents at pride events to show that leather is for everyone that would like to.
I love it. I'm so excited. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been to Wisconsin before, but
Cheese curds.
I have heard of that. I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh,
I
sorry.
know, it's not okay. And I save my like
Brats.
emergency lactose for ice cream because I
Ah.
Yeah.
to give it up. Okay. So, what are you all both most excited for?
I already know what Becky's gonna say. Mine is actually this year. I am actually excited to step down. I have done lots and lots of contests. Becky says no more contests. So in 2009, I was Central Plains Leather Boy, the inaugural, and then 2015, I was Illinois Community Boot Black. And then I went on and competed at Great Lakes and also at International Leather, International Mr. Boot Black. And then, of course, 2019, I was actually the inaugural Wisconsin Leather Pride Person of Leather. So I'm done.
Yeah, I'm over here like I think I would have to have an IV drip constantly to be at all those.
So, out of fairness, they always say there's two things: you either go broke or you go single. As a title holder, the only thing that we have ever really gone is broke.
It be
Well, we
like
were broke before that, so
I
I
know,
mean,
but still, you know what I
nothing
mean.
really changed.
Beck's your turn.
yeah, relatable.
Yeah. I would say the thing I am most looking forward to this year is stepping down. I also am really excited to just be able to get to go this year. Last year, my appendix decided it didn't like me 2 days before the event and that it wanted out. So I didn't get to go last year when we finally got to come back. So I'm really looking forward to just being there.
This year has been my first year of getting able to like attend conventions as not a contestant, not a handler, not helping with the convention at all. And I was like, whoa, this is what it's like. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll come to another.
Someday I am going to go to an event and just
Do nothing. Don't tell anyone you're coming. Like,
yeah, just show up.
Show up.
Yeah.
That's
someday.
me for SPLF in 2024. Is I'm coming just to come.
Must be nice.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So 9/10 looks like we did pretty good on time. Just anything I missed, anything you want to talk about, this is your chance to plug your event. Also, make sure you send me all the links for all of your contact info so I can put it in the show notes so people can come find out about you because you're amazing and I love you. Anyway, over to you.
Well, the event is October 20th through the 22nd. In Madison, Wisconsin at 5 nightclub. So it's going to actually be all of 5 on Saturday. Friday is going to be in the back bar where we're going to have the meet and greet, like Becky said. We're actually going to have 2 amazing vendors too. First vendor is Lady Eos, who the big thing is all our vendors are Wisconsin based. So we are big on supporting local, and that's a big thing that we had in the conversation. The second name of the company is the Rick's Paintworks, which is collars and floggers. Lady Eos is all about soap and like hand scrub and stuff like that. They make the famous boot black hand scrub, which the woman is actually here in Waukesha. So we're actually good friends with her, so really excited. She makes amazing soaps. And then Becky, do you want to quickly go over sponsors?
Yeah. Make sure I don't miss any.
Okay.
Because this is actually your department.
Oh, I can do it if you'd like.
Well, so we are really, really excited. Lady Eos is one of our education sponsors. Onyx, Onyx Midwest, yep, is also one of our educational sponsors. Our main weekend sponsor is Men's Room from they have locations in Chicago and Toronto, or Ottawa.
Neither. It's
Okay.
the other big one.
Okay. They have locations
they're
in
all
Chicago,
over
in the United States, and there's one
Canada.
In Canada. And I am sorry, I am blinking on the location of that one. But they have some really great stuff. They are our weekend sponsor. Yes. And our third educational sponsor is Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Good for y'all.
So really, really excited about those. Sunday, like we'll have the contest. It's at 5. And then after is just hangout time. And then Sunday, we're going to be doing like a brunch at a local area. That'll be a lot of fun on Sunday at like 10 a.m. in the morning.
Can I ask for us Westerners, what weather should we be expecting in late October in Wisconsin?
It's hard. Yeah, so it's hard to say. We traditionally, I would tell you, expect like the potential for light snow.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we had like
generally
heavy
snows
snow
on
by
Halloween here.
October here. In fact,
Um,
there's still snow here.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it used to be very common that it snowed on Halloween. Anymore, it feels like our summer lasts longer and longer and longer. And so we had some 80-degree days in November last year.
Okay.
Because thank you, climate change.
Well,
So it will either be really hot or it will be snowing.
okay.
I
Yeah.
recommend checking the Weather Channel
I will
before you
pack
come.
leather. It works for either.
we like leather
Works
weather.
for everything.
Leather
Yeah.
weather. Everything is leather.
Yes.
You should make a candle called leather weather. It would smell so good.
There's an
I know
idea.
nothing about making candles, but I just thought it was
Actually, one of our title holders makes candles.
Yes.
There you go.
Our current Miss
Yep. Cora
That's it.
makes title holder, makes candles and
candles.
a ton of different styles. And
Correct.
that's part of how she has been funding her travel fund.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Awesome. Is there anything else?
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I'm going to go ahead and hop
Thank you.
off. You can stay on the call. I'll still be here. We're just ending the recording.
Okay.
All right.